In the next problem, it says to find the common ratio. And so common ratio indicates it's geometric, so you would just take the second term divided by the first, and that equals -3. And I would confirm that with doing the ratio again with the next term down the line divided by the one right behind it. So 9 divided by -3, and we end up getting -3 again. So it checks out to be a geometric ratio, so the ratio is going to be -3. Find the indicated term. This is using the new a to the n equation, so for geometric I'll write up the new equations. So to find the indicated term, we're just going to plug in. To find the sixth term, you want to find a6. The first one was 2. The r value was -3. And you raise it to the 5th power. And we get a value of -486. Find the nth or general term for this equation. Well, it's a geometric sequence because it's going up by a factor of 9, and all you would have to do is use the n equation. So a to the n is equal to the first one times the r value to the n minus 1. So they're just looking for you to write out this equation. A to the n is equal to the first one, which is 9, times 9 to the n minus 1. On number 13, they want you to find the sum of the first 7 geometric terms, so you need to figure out the r value. The series goes 2, 0.2, 0.02, so the r value is equal to 1/10, and using the summing equation, you have the first 7 values will be the first one times 1 minus r to the 7th. The r value was equal to 1/10, all over 1 minus 1/10. Plug that into your equation. Plug that into your equation, and you get 2.222222. The next one, it says to find the sum if it exists, so let's write out the sequence. The first term will be 1/8 to the first power, then 1/8 to the second power, then 1/8 to the third power. And if we just rewrite this in terms of decimals, you got 1 over 8 plus 1 over 64 plus 1 over, what's 1/8 to the third? One over 512. Dot dot dot. Well, our ratio is clearly 1 over 8. And now it wants us to find an infinite number of terms. So remember what we talked about. If the ratio is between 1 and -1, then you can just use the infinite sum equation. And it's like that bouncing ball, but it's only coming up and down 1/8 of its original drop height. So you have the original amount over 1 minus the r value. And that's going to equate to a amount of, so we have 1/8 divided by 1 minus 1 over 8. And that should be 1/7. Now we have a pendulum, and the pendulum basically is swinging back and forth, and it says on the first swing it's 5 centimeters. On each subsequent swing it goes 2/5 of the previous distance. So find the total distance the pendulum travels before coming to a rest. So what we have here is the first swing was 5, the next swing was 2/5 of 5, the next swing was 2/5 of 2/5 of 5. So let's just write out these numbers. It's a geometric sequence. The r value is equal to 2/5, and the numbers are 5 plus 2 plus 4/5, and so on. So we'll just add up the infinite sum. So the infinite sum is going to be 5 divided by 1 minus 2/5, which turns out to be 5 divided by 3/5, which is 25 over 3. Which is not what they had in the answers, but based on the question it says the pendulum bob swings 5 centimeters on the first oscillation, and then every subsequent oscillation is 2/5. So I believe that my sequence is right, and it's got to be starting with a 5 value. And the answer to this would be 8 1/3 centimeters. On the last problem, it says a population of a small town in 1988 was 11,000 due to a decline. It's been decreasing at a rate of 6% each year. What is a population in 1998, 10 years later? On this problem, we're going to use our 10th location for a sequence and use our first value times the R value to the n minus 1. But in this case, the R value isn't 6%. It's not 6% growth. It's actually declining. So you would do 1 minus 6%, which amounts to 0.94. So remember, like, it's 100% minus 6%. Okay, so the R value would equal 0.94. So our amount in year 10 would be 11,000 times 0.94 to the 9th power. And that value should be less than what we started with. So the amount would be 6,302 people. Okay, I hope this helps, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Study up.